Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Right now at 5, the first vials of COVID-19 vaccine are expected to arrive in Kern County today. We'll tell you how many doses are coming and when those shots will be administered coming up.
And as frustration over Governor Newsom's COVID-19 regulations spreads, a recall effort appears to be gaining momentum. What that could mean for the first-term Democrat coming up.
Plus, the Bakersfield pastor receiving praise on NBC's The Voice performs in the finales. We're now just hours away from finding out who the winner is. This is Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. Good morning, 5 a.m. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen along with Taylor Schaub in studio here with us. And yeah, I know the voting has just closed about an hour ago for Jim Ranger, but I know everyone was going crazy for him last night on social media. So can't wait to find out how it goes when we hear about the winner tonight.
Absolutely. I stayed up last night, and you know, with this shift, we tried to go to bed by 7:30. I was up until 9, and then even afterwards, I replayed his video a couple times on YouTube. They were so good.
All right, well, let's talk about your forecast with Kevin. We had a cold day yesterday, and we're looking to see if we've got any more wintry weather headed our way. Kev?
And Taylor, you'll learn when you're 42 like I am, everything is watched on YouTube. Bedtime is 7:30 flat. So I look forward to watching Jim Ranger's performance. He's a great artist and just a great guy all around. On the weather front, want to talk about the fog. We have some fog north of us. We haven't seen much in terms of fog this morning here in the valley. Show you our camera network right off the start here if you are going to be hitting the roads. And might be a little bit of light fog near 99 Airport Drive. That could just also be the street light shining down too. Downtown looking good. Mohawk and Rosedale free and clear. Here's a look at our visibility map, and really the only area where we're seeing that dense fog is north of us. Fresno is at 0 visibility right now, so you're going to be traveling 99 north. You will run into a wall of fog. For us, we're at 10 miles, and areas to the north looking good above Fresno up near San Francisco. 39 degrees in Bakersfield right now. A south-southeast wind at 3. Here on the west side, we're at 35. And hour by hour here, by 7 a.m., we'll be at 40. We're looking at sunny skies today and the upper 50s. As we take a look at Tehachapi, a chilly start, 28. A southeast wind at 7 miles per hour. And you can see no major issues in terms of winds. And as we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast for you today, maybe a few clouds to start and then sunny skies throughout the afternoon. But it will be another cool day with temperatures in the upper 40s, possibly hitting 50 degrees. And guess what? We finally got rain in the gauge. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a bit.
Yeah, that was some great news. Thanks, Kev. We begin this morning with the coronavirus pandemic and some hope on the horizon, as nearly 6,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine are expected to arrive in Kern County today. Dignity Health expects to receive roughly 2,000 vaccines in the first shipment. Kern Medical will receive just over 1,000. And we spoke with Adventist Health's Kiyoshi Tomono about the hospital's plan for vaccine distribution.
All of our ICU nurses, the emergency department nurses, and all the staff, the providers and the staff that go along with all of that frontline work, those are the first folks that will get access to the vaccine. It's a moment in history, right, where this could be the pathway out of the lockdown. I think a lot of people are tired. A lot of people are looking forward to some glimmer of hope, and I think that this vaccine provides that.
Tomono says the vaccines will be stored in a deep freezer at Adventist Health downtown campus. From there, the hospital will distribute the shots to its Delano and Tehachapi campuses. A reminder, the Pfizer vaccine is a 2-dose vaccine, meaning those who receive the first dose will need to get a second one in 21 days. Meantime, yesterday, Sandra Lindsay was met with applause as she became the first American to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Lindsay's an ICU nurse who's been on the front lines of the battle against a virus that has killed more than 300,000 people in the United States alone. After her shot, she offered a message of unity, urging Americans to work together to defeat COVID-19.
I know that everyone needs to do their part to put an end to the pandemic, and this is just my small part that I did and, will continue to do by listening to the experts and listening to the science, continuing to wear my mask, continuing to social distance to make sure that we put an end to this pandemic once and for all.
And now to the latest COVID-19 numbers here in Kern County as we continue to battle the pandemic. Kern Public Health reported 988 more cases yesterday. More than 18,000 people are currently infected with the virus and recovering at home. According to state data, 301 people are in the hospital with COVID-19 and 66 people are being treated in local ICUs. 469 people have died since March. More than 51,000 people have tested positive in Kern County for the virus since the pandemic started. Nearly 9,000 of those have been infected just since Thanksgiving. On average, 736 people are testing positive every day. According to the state, Kern's testing positivity rate is 17.8%. That's a nearly 3.5% increase from 2 weeks ago. The Kern County Latino COVID-19 Task Force announced several new free coronavirus testing sites this week. Today, there will be a testing site at Heritage Park on Mount Vernon Avenue from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's a free testing site every day through Saturday. For all local testing sites, head to Public Health's website. The interactive map will show you where to find any test site near you. You can also click on each testing site to find more information.
And now a look around town as a local church is handing out toys for local kids this weekend. Victory Outreach Southwest Bakersfield Church teamed up with the new Arising Destiny Center and Toys for Tots to collect gifts for children in this holiday season. It's a drive-through distribution where volunteers will be handing out around 800 toys. It's happening Sunday, December 20th from 1 to 3 p.m. in the parking lot of the church on New Horizon Boulevard. You must register ahead of time at voswbakersfield.org. And Upside Academy is giving away boxes of activity bundles, games, candy, fruit, and more. The drive-through event is happening Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Kern County Fairgrounds. It's first come, first served with one Christmas box per vehicle. And now to our roadwork file. The city of Bakersfield is moving up a resurfacing project because of weather. Tomorrow, crews will close down the southbound side of Old River Road between McCutcheon Road and Taft Highway from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. The northbound lanes will remain open. The project was originally scheduled for Thursday, but was moved forward due to changes in the weather forecast.
Memorial Hospital was recognized yesterday for its work to protect patients from harm and provide safe health care. Memorial got high marks as part of the fall 2020 Leapfrog Hospital Safety Grade, earning an A from the organization. The safety grade assigns A through F grades to all general hospitals in the country and reevaluates those grades every 6 months. It takes into account hospitals' performance in preventing medical errors, injuries, accidents, and infections while treating patients. Adventist Health Bakersfield was also awarded an A grade by the Leapfrog Group. Adventist notes that this is the 7th consecutive time it has received the much-desired rating. To check out the details on both hospitals' ratings, you can go to hospitalsafetygrade.org.
Entertainment news now. It was a huge night for Bakersfield's Jim Ranger as he performed in the final for a shot at winning NBC's The Voice. So good. Ranger performed 2 songs last night, an original and this Beatles classic, with a little help from his friends. After last week's epic performance on top of a giant rock, Ranger spoke with 17's Tammy Milchuk, saying he and Coach Blake Shelton were under a lot of pressure to make last night's show just as big.
I felt like it had this beautiful juxtaposition between my original song, which was this soft, kind of like from the heart storytelling kind of song, to this like, we are going to have a blast, we are going to have fun. I had a horn section. I mean, it was the whole thing. It was awesome.
Tonight, Jim Ranger will perform a duet with Coach Blake Shelton, and of course, we'll find out who the winner is. Voting closed about an hour ago, but you can tune in tonight on NBC for the results.
Again, anything's better than nothing. Thanks, Kev. A special visitor stopped by a Texas Children's Hospital on Friday to spread a little holiday cheer. Old St. Nick rappelled down the side of Methodist Children's Hospital alongside his elves. They kept their visit socially distancing friendly, waving to the kids and their families through the windows. Patients eagerly waited to get a glimpse of Santa as he made his way down the building.
I know it brought our spirits up. It brought it up a lot, knowing that they could see Santa, even though Santa couldn't come in and see him. They were still able to see him either on camera or through the window. It was very exciting. Brought us up a lot.
Back here at 5:20 in your 17 Court Watch. Closing arguments continue today in the murder trial of Beyonce Dillon, the Bakersfield woman accused of drowning her newborn grandson. Prosecutor John Allen said the evidence shows that Dillon committed a sinister, evil act and killed her grandson because she was concerned about her standing in the Sikh community. Defense attorney David A. Torres has argued the baby died from complications soon after birth, possibly due to the mother's lack of prenatal care or bleeding to death because the umbilical cord wasn't tied off. Torres will continue his closing arguments at 9 this morning. Then the jury will begin deliberations.
A Bakersfield police officer who was off duty and drinking when he fell asleep with a loaded gun in his lap at a local movie theater has returned to duty. The incident happened last year at Studio Movie Grill. The police department says Officer Douglas Barrier pleaded no contest to disorderly conduct. That charge was later dismissed by the Kern County Superior Court. BPD wouldn't provide any information on Barrier's return.
Now to an issue we continue to track closely here at KGET, pedestrian safety. One person has died after being hit by a vehicle on Highway 58. It happened around 11 o'clock Saturday night on westbound 58, just east of Hughes Lane. The California Highway Patrol says the pedestrian ran across traffic lanes and was hit by an SUV whose driver was not able to stop in time. The name of the pedestrian has not been released. CHP says alcohol is thought to be a factor in the crash. No arrests have been made.
And one person is dead, and police are looking for the gunman after a fatal freeway shooting in Southern California last night. The California Highway Patrol says the shooting happened just after 5 p.m. in the southbound lanes of the 15 freeway in the city of Ontario. Police say a witness called 911 and reported seeing a man in a black SUV pull over and get out of his vehicle with a handgun in his hand. One person was found shot to death in a pickup truck that veered off the road. Authorities are trying to determine if the gunman and the victim knew each other or whether the fatal shooting was part of a road rage incident.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Welcome back. Your time now is 5:24. There are only 10 days left until Christmas. And if you're finishing up your holiday shopping, you may want to get going. Both Target and the U.S. Postal Service are warning potential shipping delays could come into effect as we enter one of the busiest weeks of the holiday season. The retailer's warning some orders may be affected by high shipping volume nationwide. The Postal Service says it is experiencing an unprecedented increase in packages and limited availability of workers due to the impact of COVID-19. Target is extending store hours in the days leading up to Christmas. Most will open at 7 a.m. and close at midnight starting this week. Target will close at 8 p.m. local time on Christmas Eve, although the retailer says shoppers in need of last-minute gifts or other holiday items can place same-day pickup and delivery orders up to 2 hours before the close of the local store. Nothing like waiting until the last minute.
Sounds like me. Americans spent almost $11 billion on Cyber Monday this year, buying products sight unseen, hoping that their purchase shows up at their door. Some of your favorite retailers have stepped up their game, offering an online platform where just one click of the button you can talk live to a salesperson. NBC's Dan Shinneman has the details to help out your holiday shopping experience.
High-end retailers and specialty shops were thrust headfirst into the virtual shopping world when COVID-19 shut down thousands of brick-and-mortar shops earlier this year. Retailers that may not have been strong in the online game saw an opportunity to personalize the shopping experience.
What you got was convenience, you got mass choice availability, you got quick access to products, but what you lost was that human interaction.
That is where Go In-Store steps in, connecting online shoppers with real people to help them look for everything from diamonds to electronics.
There's someone who has expertise that is relevant to the product that you're looking at. We simply surface a call to action, a button that appears on the web page.
Within 10 to 12 seconds of you clicking a button, you can be sitting anywhere, in your house, in your car, at work, and you can connect to your local product expert and have a conversation with them as if you were in the store. And on top of that, they can demo the product that you're interested in.
Almost half of U.S. consumers say they've spent more money based solely on a personal experience, with 86% of those surveyed saying a personalized experience has some impact on what they purchase. And because the consumer has a hands-on experience with the product, the rate of return drops significantly. So the next time you're browsing online, take a moment to see if the retailer you're shopping offers a video chat option to discuss the product before adding it to your cart. Dan Shenneman, NBC News.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.